Yeah, holy shit.
Whoa. Sorry about that.
It's your boy, Dirtbag Dan.
Yeah.
You are watching episode number 2 of the Dirtbag Dan Show. As always, on-site technical director, Skylar G. Oh shit, the buttons are back, son. Rory Campbell's with us as well. And Able Abilities is monitoring the Ustream. So if you have any pertinent questions that need to be addressed right now, he will answer them for you. Otherwise, last 15 minutes of the show, we're going to devote entirely to answering your questions on the Ustream and on Twitter at Dirtbag Dan Show. Once again, Twitter at Dirtbag Dan Show. But if you're listening, you probably already fucking know that. And also, you can leave questions on the at Dirtbag Dan Show throughout the week, and we'll address them on Monday on the show. You know what I mean? We're going to do it. We're going to get at it. So, we don't have an in-store or an in-store.
In-store?
Yeah, we're selling it. We're selling it, baby. We don't have a in-house guest tonight. Caustic's floating around here somewhere with Able Abilities and fucking, people run around the studio. Subi's here, the giant lizard, looking at me all reckless.
What? Why is he like the coolest dinosaur lizard I've ever seen?
Oh man, everybody should have a 4-foot monitor in their lives. I feel like it's definitely an enriching experience.
Doesn't hurt the whole situation.
Able Abilities packed a bowl for us. That's really good.
You should send that my way.
But also, we are going to have some very special phone guests. We're going to be talking to J Pro and Aspect from the King of the Dot Fresh Coast team, and they're going to be talking to us about some upcoming events. One of them being King of the Dot Alcatraz. And it was announced that I will be battling at Alcatraz in Oakland once again. I'm undefeated in Oakland. I'm going to be battling 100 Bullets from Burlington, Ontario. It's all about being named 100 Bullets and then also being from Burlington, Ontario. It's kind of an oxymoron in itself, but
they don't have it. They're not allowed ammunition.
No, they have 100 bullets, but they're all for mooses.
They're moose bullets?
None of those bullets are for people. They're all for game. They're all game bullets. And not for the kind of game that we're used to. Bullets and game meaning something completely different. You know what I mean? Plus he spells it with a Z, which is really extra street.
Oh, we don't get indicted for that.
Yeah, I missed that one. I missed the indicted button. That was always a good one. So, go ahead and hit us up and let us know if the audio is fucking sounding spectacular. We're literally learning in the process of being live. It's such a fucking pain in the ass, and it costs way more money, but I think it's way cooler. And yeah, it's fucking cool.
Fucking rad.
And we're on once a week, and it kind of doing this live shit ensures that we get it out once a week, because when we were doing the YouTube shit and we were on tour and doing all this other stuff, I would be... Fuck, man, I would take weeks to edit a single episode and get it online. It's a pain in the ass. Come on. It's a public service, folks. Speaking of tour, one important thing I wanted to bring up before we talk about the 5 battles of the week, which I'm sure you're all going to be very pleased with, is that myself and Skylar G, Counterproductive, really the whole crew, as well as Cadillac Ron and everybody knows, and his crew, Los Feo Faces, are going to be on tour surrounding Paid Dues. We called it the Paid Drugs Tour because it's me and Caddy and Feo, and we really represent the whole drug abuse pyramid. You know what I mean? From full-blown junkiism to your casual bong rip to I'm always on hallucinogenics. If that is the whole spectrum, we definitely represent that. So we're going to be on tour from March 23rd until April 6th, all throughout the Southwest and Northern California. We're going as far as El Paso, Texas. We're going to be in New Mexico. We're going to be in Arizona. We're going to be in SoCal. We're going to be in NorCal. And the big date in the middle there is, Caustic's in this bitch. On the 30th, on March 30th, we're going to be at Paid Dues. I'm not fucking battling this time. I finally got an opportunity to do a set at Paid Dues. So, we're going to be rocking, and big ups to MERS and Guerrilla Union for the opportunity to go out there and fucking show people that I can rap, motherfucker. Yeah. Every time I always think Skylar's reaching for the bong. He's always looking at me like, man, come on.
You just hold on to that thing like it's your
fucking
baby.
Lighter don't even work.
Oh, that's your excuse now?
Yeah, bro. I had a valid excuse, bro. Right. Let me work, bro.
Hey.
Watch me work.
All right. Holy shit, yo.
You know we needed
move that off the wall a little bit.
We got work buttons. We got work buttons.
He ain't even get the second verse, but he gonna get this work.
He didn't even get the second verse.
Yeah.
He gonna get this work. Oh, go ahead, Cossack, coming in for the bong swoop. Wow, look at that. That was fucked up. Okay, so paid drugs tour, March 23rd to April 6th. April 6th, we are doing the San Jose show for the paid drugs tour, and it's important that Caustic is here actually because he's a part of this announcement. One of the things we're doing leading up to the Battle of the Zay 2, which is going to happen in July. More information on that to be announced, but we had a fucking good time with the Battle of the Zay. We did really good. People, I think, generally were feeling the battles a lot, and like just the atmosphere was kind of reminiscent of that old grind time era, warehouse, like everybody's is before we knew we had something fucking great. And we really want to do another big Battle of the Zay and keep that going as long as we can. So Voicebox is going to help us put on another one here in San Jose in July. And we were initially talking about doing a tournament with local battlers and then giving the winner of said tournament an opportunity to battle a top-tier battler. And initially we had kind of, like, we wanted to do that, but we realized, like, tournaments suck, man. I've been in tournaments. They're fucking terrible. You have to write for hella people. Some of the people you write for, you don't even battle. Fucking Stubby just jumped off the chair and started going right for Caustic.
He's like, what's up, homie?
So, I mean, I wrote a whole battle for Disaster. Never got to fucking battle him because he couldn't beat fucking Johnny Storm. Like, shit like that I never want to happen to other people. So, what we're doing instead of doing a tournament is we're going to do one battle at each of our monthly events. So there'll be 3 battles, one in April, one in May, one in June, leading up to the Battle of the Zay, which is in July. A winner will be chosen each night that a battle takes place. And those 3 winners in June are going to be voted on as far as who had the best performance. The person who we decide had the best performance as a whole, we're going to vote on rapmusic.com. We're going to put together a poll, but we're also going to, we're going to be taking votes on this show. We're going to do a poll on dirtbagdanshow.com. We want to get as an accurate of a idea as possible of who you think of these 3 people had the best performance. And spilled water.
He doesn't like to drink out of the bowl. He likes to spill it all over the ground and then put his head up in the air.
Yeah, he's weird about water. So the winner, the person who after the 3 battles and the 3 winners we decide had the best performance is going to get to battle Caustic at the Battle of the Zay 2. So Caustic is fucking man enough to give an up-and-comer a shot in this regard. I think it's like Bellator. Like, I'm a big MMA fan, and like, I hate that in the UFC you could just talk a lot of shit and get a title shot, like fucking Chael Sonnen. And it's nice that if we do this, and it goes right, and it's not a bunch of dick riding or it's not a popularity contest, and the right person gets chosen, then we're truly going to get to see like an up-and-coming battle, up-and-coming battler get a shot at a battle that he would have never gotten otherwise. You know what I mean? And hopefully this is something we can carry on. So Battle of the Zay 2 is in July. We're going to have 3 battles leading up to that. The person who has the most impressive performance out of those 3 battles gets to battle Caustic at the Battle of the Zay 2. You guys will be the ones who decides who is the most impressive of those people. And the first battle that's going to take place in April, on April 6th, is a dude named Mad Flex from Richmond, California, who's competed in a couple of the King of the Dot Fresh Coast battles. I think, Caustic, you were probably at one of the battles that he competed in. I think it was one of the ones where you battled, I don't know. It was back in the Christian 818 era of Grind Time. What a golden time. So when you battled Storm, he battled that one, I think. But he just he's had a few battles, consistent, never had a choke moment, delivered really well, and there was a few bars in each of his battles that I thought were cool. He was also like real adamant about hitting me up about the tournament from the start. So it's when it came down to it, he was one of the first people I chose. He will be battling Syndro from San Jose, who was like the assault and battling champion. Don't let him hang himself in the cords there. And Sindro is from San Jose. He we wanted to have him at the Battle of the Zay 1, but we didn't get an opportunity to. Yeah, grab that fucking lizard, man. Don't let him go back there with all those fucking cords. What a nuisance, bro.
We got to give him his own little area.
Yeah, he needs to be caged during show hours because he's really just trying to fuck with me. But yeah, Sindro, really good. One of the best battlers from San Jose, really good punchline battler, and we're going to put him up against Mad Flex, and the winner of that battle will go on to be decided upon as far as to who has the best performance, and then they'll face Caustic. So, with that shit out of the way, we're going on to the...
You about to get this work.
You about to get this work right now. We're going on to the 5 battles of the week, ladies and gentlemen, and these battles were chosen by our friends on rapmusic.com, my friends on Facebook. Pick him up under the arms like I'm a little motherfucking baby.
Yeah, you don't trip.
Yeah, you can put. You can put him on the table. You can put him back on. Yeah, Sube. Look at him. What a handsome devil he is, you know. But these 5 battles were chosen not just by myself, but by rapmusic.com, my friends on Facebook, Twitter. I ask every week. I say, what 5 battles should we talk about? A couple of these battles, 2 of them could have been on the list last week as far as ones that we should have touched on in that break, but they're not too far off as far as releases goes. The first one came out relatively recently. It's from the iBattle League. Shouts to iBattles. They have been putting on some of the more, out of all of the like kind of, you kind of place anyone below King of the Daughter URL at kind of like a mid-tier level battle league. And there's a lot of, good leagues. VoiceBox is a league that does battles all over, not just in Tucson. They just did one in Philly. They did one here in San Jose, and they're doing joints in LA too. Like, that's a really like solid mid-level battle league. iBattle League is another one of those. I think ever since really the Nestle versus Thesaurus battle, that was really fucking good. So, and that kind of put them on the map as far as a league that's not just throwing battles with like the local cats. And the battle that they put out recently that I had a chance to watch was Dirt versus Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor is someone who I'd never watched battle before this battle.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'd heard his name before.
When he fought Superman.
Yeah, from his
battles with the Justice League.
Yeah, his long-standing battles with the Justice League and his position as a leader of the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
No, this Lex Luthor is he runs in the same camp as some of my friends from the East Coast. I know I seen Scream with him, who is the homie from over there, and he battled Dirt, who I battled, and the first thing he says, he was like, "Yo, I'm not battling Dirtbag, damn, I'm battling this faggot." You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, cool. Right off the bat, you're winning me, kid. And he had some pretty good bars, but
it didn't seem like they were hitting as hard.
They weren't. And I don't know, like some of them were like, I understood why they weren't hitting so hard because it was just kind of like, eh. And then some of the stuff I was like, oh man, he's getting a little slept on right now.
Yeah.
And Dirt, you could tell, had home field advantage, and he was being a little more. He tends to be aggressive. He got really aggressive with Lex Luthor, and Lex has got a real laid back style, and I don't think that played well into Dirt being all fucking loud and aggressive. At the end of the day, I wasn't like terribly impressed by either dudes. I've seen Dirt have much better performances. And I hope that dude Lex has better performances than that. I would have to say that at the end of the day that he didn't win that battle. That Dirt won that battle. You know what I mean? Not by like a large margin, but by enough. And he goes, keep banging. He says that at the end of at the end of all of his rounds.
Yeah, he had it on the back of his shirt too.
Keep banging. Not custom shirts. Not custom shirts to match your
catchphrase rap battle T-shirts.
Woo!
Hot in the streets.
I got the Zay. I need the Zay ones. Caustic needs ones that are other people's bars.
Yours would just say
whole rounds for people on Caustic shirt.
Yours would say, Rah, or
Rah.
get him, y'all.
It was, oh, that's fucked up. It'll say the Zay, and then on the back it would say baby rar. So we'll get those printed. But yeah, I'm always like kind of iffy about people and their catchphrases, even though I have one, which is pretty bad. But I don't have one that's like I end all of my rounds with it. The only catchphrase that comes at the end of a round that I can fucking respect is ice. Ice. That's the one, right? Ice. I love that. Like that's because you're just saying your name. You know what I'm saying? And plus your name is like ice. So it's that's an extra cool one. But otherwise, when it's like, we're gonna talk about it in another one of the battles that's on this list, and we might as well move right on to talk about it.
I know you don't like cupcakes. That would be terrible.
I know you don't like cupcakes. And then get a shirt that's just like a big picture of a cupcake
with like a line through it.
Yeah, like a
circle,
Ghostbuster style.
Oh yeah.
Another battle next up. We're just gonna move right past this. Shouts out to iBattle League though. I definitely want to get out there and do something. I'll have a good battle, much better than Dirt versus Lex.
Let me work. Please let me
work. Next up, since we're talking about catchphrases, Pat Stay versus Math Hoffa. Math has got his fucking his little catchphrase, and he has to actually like work into the end of each round, which it seems like a fucking huge chore to me. But I thought this was a good battle. I think people expected this to be like fucking super like World War III battle, and they thought it was going to be like the best battle that had ever happened in the world because they're both giant people, and like there's no way that one would be able to intimidate the other was kind of like the general consensus. And
it's funny though because when they're standing there next to each other, they don't seem as tall because there's no comparison.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, two guys.
I like Pat started right off the bat was like, I knew you weren't as tall as me, and he could pretty much battle anybody in the scene of battling and just be like, I knew you weren't gonna be as tall as me, and he's right like 100% of the time. Like a lot of these dudes that like other cats would be like, oh, that dude's big, and then we go meet Pat, and Pat is fucking, he's like he said, he's like a 265-pound dude. He's like a fucking heavyweight boxer or something. It's like running into Klitschko on the fucking street and shit. It's weird that he battles, and he will always end up being like the bigger dude in those matchups. Yeah. But Math wasn't intimidated at all, and you could definitely tell Pat has to take a different approach. Even in the head ice battle, he was way more laid back. But you just can't be. It's harder to be crazy, imposing, and aggressive when someone's relatively the same size as you. You're used to battling dudes like me, who is a normal sized person by any normal means, but then I'm like, it's like a fucking, it's like a welterweight versus a heavyweight.
Well, yelling down at somebody too just seems a little more intimidating.
It does. It looks more intimidating. Yeah. You take that aspect away when they're both at on level playing field like that. But I think that still it was an uphill battle for Math going in. Like right off the bat, they announce their names, and people go nuts for Math, but then they're like, rapper on the right, introduce yourself, and Pat just kind of opens his arms and everyone goes, ah! He didn't even I remember being in Canada when I battled Mad Child, and like they're like, yeah, Dirtbag Dan, and I'm like, these motherfuckers love me, and like, everyone goes nuts, and then they're like, they go, Mad Child, and he goes, I love Canada, and the whole place goes, and I'm like, oh fuck, man. Like that feeling right there that you're like, oh shit, okay, this is gonna be fun. Like this is an uphill battle now. And I think that being said, I don't think Math was ever able to get ahead of it. You know what I mean? I think that it's not like he was like way off, or that like his bars weren't even comparable. They were both just going round for round, really good battle. But it's like Pat just has that edge because the audience is just that much more behind him. That lends that much more to his confidence, and it just seemed like.
So you feel like in most situations, at least that I've been in around, when that's actually happening. Because you kind of lose that in the video. You don't really get to see. You think that even translated over in video, that the crowd had some sort of reaction to it versus,
I think that what translates to me, being someone who's been in that position before, is that you could tell that Pat is juiced, like, and that the audience, and I don't mean just the steroids. I mean that the audience is actually like fueling him and making him perform better. Yeah. And you could tell that Math knows that the audience is reacting more to his bars than they are more to Pat's bars than they are to his bars. So that has an effect on you, and it affects the way you deliver. And you could spit the same material in two different locations with two different audiences and get completely different reactions, especially when the bars are that close. I don't know. I think Pat was really solid on the first 2 rounds, and I think that he was like he had a decisive edge, so that he kind of was able to lean back in the 3rd round, and he didn't have to really like have. I thought his best round was the 2nd round. He had a whole like scenario. His whole angle was you can't like you have to put on an act, like you have to play a tough guy act. You can't even be yourself.
Yeah.
And then he went from that into like you're bald. That's all why you fucking swim with a fitted on. That shit's hilarious. Like that's just good.
Carrying another hat
It's
for the national anthem and shit like that.
Yeah. That's just like that's good fucking. That's good humor. You usually can't go wrong with that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Itchy the Killer is in this motherfucker.
What up?
You know what we should do since we don't have like fucking full cipher capabilities today? How hard would it be for you to set up and do some fucking turntablism for these fucking goons? This Will said. He's got his work. You know what we're gonna do? We talked about in the future. We might not get to it today, but we want to do a full DJ episode of the Dirtbag Dan Show, and we have some DJs come in and do like a legit turntable cipher, and that'll be fucking sick. But yeah, Ice. Pat Stay versus Math Hoffa. Really good battle. I think hard to live up to the hype because the hype was so great. And I think Pat Stay won, and I think that, you know, like it was a really close battle. But I would have to give the edge to Pat. Shouts. And I like that, like, Pat's always got to have like the one like borderline really racist bar, or at least 2, but you really have to question like how racist the bar is. And in this one, he actually like he said, "When I roll through your hood, they chunking deuces like orangutans," and he was like, "'Cause they're throwing poop." He was like, he had to explain. He was like, "No, I'm not. Listen, they're throwing poop." But just like Pat to be a big giant white racist. Moving right along. All right. This next battle, more by request than me wanting to fucking talk about it, but I was there for it, actually. It happened at the same event that Caustic battled John the Don, and that was AM, or as I will always call him, Peanut.
Oh,
you
Peanut?
Don't get the fucking... Yeah, Peanut?
Oh, Peanut?
Oh, you mean Peanut? Yeah, Peanut.
Peanut.
Versus Dead Man.
Peanut.
And Dead Man's the guy with the crazy frog voice. Dead Man is tight. His voice is so fucking manny. He has the maniest voice in the business. And he's got like that weird, like, he talks funny too. He doesn't like, you know what I mean? Like, he has a very interesting draw. But I think he had some really solid punchlines. Peanut is just like, in those situations, he's a better rapper. Like, he's good at battling, and he's good at being the better rapper in a battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he would have a hard time against a dude like Remy D, who's like a really like a rapping in a battle all the time guy. I think that would be a really good battle to see Peanut and someone like that. But usually when you put Peanut against a punchline guy who isn't huge on performance, Peanut's gonna out-rap him, and that's exactly what fucking happened. Peanut out-rapped the motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good battle from
Peanut. Yeah, it was pretty good. Peanut. I like that SONS was in full effect at that whole situation, because we hadn't seen Fox, I think, in a long time, and to see QP and Fox right there together, and then they were there for their folks dead, man. It was just a good situation. I enjoyed seeing that. I wish I had more to say about QP and I mean Peanut and Dead Man, but I really don't. I think if somebody was like Dead Man won and I'm an idiot for thinking that Peanut won, I wouldn't argue fucking to the grave with him. Here, let me see that. I want to put some more wax in it. I would just say that that it's just a preference thing. You know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck it, man. Because someone could just sit in for me. I would say it's a preference thing. If you are or if you're a punchline battler and that's like what or a punchline battle fan and that's what you want to hear, you want to hear a lot of punches, I think Dead Man had a lot of really consistently good punchlines. He delivered a solid performance all the way through, but his voice is hella weird. He talks hella strange. He's got that crazy frog draw. And Peanut was rapping, and he was styling, and Peanut didn't do bad. I would say that Dead Man's rounds seemed like they were like 15 to 20 seconds longer than than fucking
don't matter.
Peanuts. You see how many times I called him Peanut and not AM?
Peanuts.
Yeah, that's right.
Peanuts.
Motherfucker. I'm not changing my name. You're not changing your name. I think, and they cut it out of the footage when they announced him. They're all, make some noise for AM, and I was all, Peanut, hell loud in the background. They just cut that shit out of videos now. Avocado always fucking cutting my fucking finer moments, dude. Come on, man. Why you do me like
Few and
this?
far between. You really should hold on to those. They're like little bits of gold.
All right, moving right along. 5 battles of the week. So we talked about Lex Luthor versus Dirt. We talked about AM versus Deadman. We talked about Pat Stay versus Math Hoffa. Now, moving right along to QP versus Remy D. This was one of the ones that when I made the list of the ones that I missed, even though it had come out pretty recently, cats were like, where the fuck is that battle? I want to see that battle.
I like that battle. That was good.
Yeah, they're both fucking rapping, man. And like I said, Remy D is really good at that, at rapping in a battle. Holy shit. God bless QP for having the most fucking just insane wordplay situations going on possible. Fucking guy, dude. I'm trying to think back at some of like his finer moments in that one.
I can't. There was that. Yeah.
It was like he'd like
it was intense,
kill
man.
everyone on this half of the globe. Fuck, he had like because it's him. He had like a hemisphere fucking weird one, dude. Like just so many like, oh God, he reaches for the stars with those fucking with that wordplay, man. And you either are like a big fan of it or you fucking totally hate it with QP. And I am a big fucking fan of it, man. I really am. I think it's fucking great. Him and Heartless are the most. They just have the most. You really got to think about the shit that they're saying. They really take it to that next fucking level when it comes to the fucking out there wordplay. I don't know. I think Remy D. Like if it's a preference thing. I think it's hard to not give it to QP because he had straight punchlines that were getting more reaction. You know what I mean? And when you're doing what Remy D does, when you're rapping hella like pattern intricate shit, like you're not getting hella punches in. You're just not. It's impossible to. It's because you gotta fucking, in order to be styling, you gotta go for 4 bars straight. You can't. You know what I mean? Like so, he's getting his punches on the 4s and 8. And QP's getting his punches on the fucking 2s and 4s, and QP's whole bring it back shit. But when QP brings it back, he fucking changes the meaning of every single thing he said in that whole shit. He had the best one, I think. My favorite was the fucking rabbit in the fucking
Tortoise in the hair one.
Yeah, tortoise in the hair fucking whole
That was
scenario.
tight.
Like just shit like that. He's just he makes you think about shit, and that's interesting. You know what I mean? It's funny that I like that so much because I never do it in battles. I'm typically way more of a just straight big dick joke punchline rapper and just a big dick rapper too. But it's important to say punchline after that as well. I thought I was gonna get a button for sure.
You fell out your mother booty all wiggly.
That's appropriate. I'll take that one. Again,
Yeah.
QP versus Remy D. I'm gonna have to give it to QP. What do you think, Skyler?
I liked QP's bars in that one. I was kind of having a little more time playing with it. I think Remy D killed it too. I mean, like you said, I liked both of them, but I think QP took it.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Caustic's shaking his head at us. He's like,
You don't think so? I think
Remy
Remy
got
D was
loose.
tight. I liked his patterns.
2020 with
That
the
was
30-30. So I always keep it 100 is a
Yes,
fucking
yeah.
solid line.
Yeah.
I think that, but it's just that. Like
That's what we were saying.
Caustic's saying over here. Caustic's saying he delivered a rap verse. Just that, and that's exactly what I was saying. When you're delivering a rap verse, you're getting punches on your 4s and your 8s because you're fucking styling out. But it's a fucking battle, man. It's a battle. It's a battle.
It was good though.
It's a battle. And
enjoyed
QP
it
is
for
getting
sure.
punches. Like every 2 bars, he's got a punch. And he's got those punches where you're getting the, oh, because the people in the back are fucking catching up a little bit later.
Sometimes they're a little stretched though. Some of those.
Oh, totally.
punches
And that's
are
the
like-
thing is he really like, it's like I
know?
said, with QP, you either like it a lot or you fucking hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's one of those battles, and it does come down to preference, and you really have to fucking.
He ain't even get the second verse, but he gonna get this work.
Chia. I would give it to QP, but like I said, I wouldn't be mad if anyone gave it to Remy. Some of these I feel like are clear. I feel like Dirt clearly beat Lex Luthor. I feel like I don't know. AM and Deadman is another really close one. QP and Remy is another really close one. I think Pat beat Math more clearly than either of those two battles were decided. And then the final battle on our list tonight. Holy shit. I want to give us some time to talk about this magical piece of work. LA Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
We're talking about Daylight versus Interstate Fats.
The Ku Klux Jesus.
Oh, holy shit. So, this battle we knew about for months because the pictures aired online of Daylight dressed as a Klan member. Awesome. Way to take it there, Day. I'm always interested in what you're going to do next. The last battle I seen him in when he fucking he pulls out the notebook at the end, but then he opens the notebook and he's got the ski mask in the notebook and he puts it on like
Delocated Jesus.
Yeah. So he's a Klan guy, and then he takes the Klan hood off and he's Black Jesus, and then he puts the ski mask on in the third round, and
Just
he's
crips out on him.
just delocated Grape Street Crip. It's
Delocated Grape
pretty fantastic situation that happens there.
Watch me work.
I was watching him work. I was really impressed with I was really impressed with Fat's ability to fucking not be like completely just. I would be way more bummed about it. He seemed like he was being a pretty good sport for the most part for like the first two rounds. And Daylight's doing the shit at the beginning of the round where he's like, choose to shake my hand. It's like, like Fats is like, no, I'm not going to shake your hand. But it's like, they're both like, they have like a very like, there's like a nice rapport going on between the two. They're not being incredibly rude to each other. They're just, they're just having a conversation. And then, fucking third round, man.
What about the okay, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, third round,
Before he's like, go ahead.
Oh,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
yeah,
finish.
yeah.
At the end of the
yeah,
second?
oh, yeah, at the end of the second round. He's fully,
go
like,
ahead.
he keeps going. Yeah, he stops, and he's like, go ahead. And then Fat starts rapping. He's like, no, fuck that. I ain't finished yet. And he's like, no, I'm done. Go ahead. And then Fast is like, I ain't going to go, man. You got to call time. Tell him the timekeeper is going to. Yeah, because Daylight's just tell him, go ahead. No, I ain't finished yet. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude. So good.
Ridiculous.
So good. And then he, the third round, the ski mask comes out, and we all know it's good when the ski mask comes out. But I guess Fats, like, throws some blood set shit up, and he fucking
said
just,
something about it too.
Daylight just snaps. He goes from like getting inside his head to like physically trying to get inside of Fats's head. Like he slams his fucking head against him, and he's just like fucking driving him back.
Fats is still trying to rap too, and he's just screaming at him.
He's like a pretty big dude. I don't know about like height wise, but he's like, he seems like pretty. At Daylight's just like driving it. It's like puts his head against his head and it's like pushing him off the stage. And he's like, Grape Street Crips, just screaming in his fucking face, dude. I was like, yes. The whole time he's dressed as Black Jesus with a ski mask on. You understand like how fantastic of a moment that is in battle rap? Like, woo. Oh, look, Vaped guys fucking hit me up. Next Monday, we're going to have the Vaped Vaporizers rep come in and fucking
Yo, turn off your ringer.
Oh man, all right. He was
with
telling
you?
me things. He goes, but he was telling me he's gonna come through and he's gonna fucking he's gonna bring some goodies, bro, and he's gonna show us some new fucking stuff. So we'll chat. I get a lot of let me see that fucking thing. No. I get a lot of questions about the vape to vaporizer. People always ask me about it, and I smoke it, and I like it a lot.
Yeah.
So they're gonna come in and they'll talk to us, and we'll get some info about the website. And if y'all want a vape to vaporizer, you can get one too. So, I mean, fuck, we're just talking about Daylights here. There was another dude in that battle. Fats was there too. But he's just like a fucking, it's like they put it's like putting a mouse on the floor for Subi. You know what I mean? At that point, like they really just fed Fats to like a
Sap.
Saps. They fed him to like a very angry Jesus / Klan member /
I don't even know what you're gonna do at that point. That's like one of those things.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
He ain't even get the second verse, but he gonna get this work.
Yeah, it's
you know, like what do you do?
it's like with Lux when he came out with the casket and
Yeah.
the fucking
With
girls
all
and
the
shit and like
fucking straight up funeral attire.
it's like at that point it's like oh you're losing before the battle starts, and then here we go fucking with good old Daylight, man, and he's fucking dressed like a fucking Klan member, dude. Like
And he's throwing up the Heil Hitler the whole time.
the whole time.
It was pretty funny because Fat starts throwing up the fucking.
That's a picture right there. I hope there's a really good picture of that online somewhere. Daylight's rocking the Hail Hitler and Fats is throwing up the fucking Black Power fist, and they're
Yep.
just standing side by side.
So awkward.
Wow. And then they like after Daylight like freaks out and tries to jump into his head and fucking
At the end?
screaming. Then they like hug it out. They're like homies.
You know what? I was actually, when I started watching that battle, I seriously had a moment where I'm thinking in my head, like, where did he get that mask? Did he make it? Did he get fabric and literally make himself a Ku Klux mask, or does he have a homie? Like, how does this work out? Like,
there's a good question. I feel like
could you imagine Daylight in his house, sitting there on his couch, naked with a shotgun, knitting himself a fucking Ku Klux Klan mask?
Skylar, this is why you're here, bro. I never thought about that. I
mean,
never
what the
thought
fuck,
about
right?
Daylight making his own clan outfit,
What
and
the
how
fuck?
how fabulous of a moment.
You know what I'm
is that,
saying?
dude? Woo!
I mean, I don't have yeah.
Dude, he's sitting
You know
there.
what I'm saying? Like, oh, this is
Sitting
gonna
there,
be good.
he's got fucking two Uzis on his bed. One doesn't have a clip, and he's just fucking cutting,
smoking a blunt out your bitch's foot.
smoking a blunt out of bitch's foot, cutting the Klan hood out, man.
It was for a minute. I literally, I'm like, where did he make that?
Oh wow, you know he did. He's
he
like
had to
he's
have.
on his movie shit, so he's like it's prop time, you know. Okay, so Caustic feels like we need to address Daylight's sex pictures.
What?
I really don't want to.
I don't
man.
even want. This is news to me,
I
and I don't
really
none
no.
of that
It's
news
not.
I don't
It's like
need.
I know. I've known. I follow him on Twitter, so I see it.
no.
I don't like click. I know. Like I see his pic. Like I don't like look when Daylight posts pics most of the time because, fuck man. Like, what a goon. Why is he doing that? What do you think? What do you think that's all about? He's really like. I think he's really like trying to just fucking.
He ain't even get the second verse, but he gonna get this work.
He's just trolling the world. Daylight is on some hardcore trolling shit.
That's a good way to put it, right there.
And people are just way behind it. They're not there, and it's really every time I see the guy, I have a new thing to say to him. Last time I seen him, I was like, "Smoking weed out my bitch butt." And the next time I see him, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, what's up with the fucking sex pics, homie? Why are you doing this? Why? This isn't right. Nobody wants to see this. Put little Spawn away." Oh shit, that's terrible. This is one of those things. You know when you say stuff and then you wish you could take it back, but it's just
it's already in the world.
it's already in the world, man.
It's one of those times too where you're just like, I'm just gonna not gonna take advantage of the moment to make fun of you because it's just too easy.
Yeah. Fuck it. Oh well. It's like you missed the boat too.
Yeah.
So
Those rats on that boat.
those were the 5 battles. Dirt versus Lex Luthor, AM versus Deadman, QP versus Remy D, Pat Stay versus Math Hoffa, and Daylight versus Interstate Fats. All different leagues. I don't think we got one in from URL. I would have had to have gone back. They haven't had any super current releases, so hopefully we get. I'll have to get on the fucking on Rap Music. They have a thread most of the time that'll have like what's coming out next, and I got to be a fan of battles to do this show, which is terrible. I mean, I usually I never would have watched Dirt versus Lex Luthor. I already battled Dirt. I never have to watch one of his battles ever again. That was the deal. And then Lex Luthor, who seriously, I wasn't gonna do that. Peanut. I'm watching Peanut's battles now on my days off. That's what we're doing now. Awesome. Okay.
Hey.
I do this shit for you guys.
You're watching battles?
Skylar too. Skylar hates this shit. He's like, that's what someone was saying too. They're like, why is Skylar on the show? He fucking hates battles. But if it wasn't for him, I would never have a mental picture of Daylight cutting his own clan outfit up on his bed.
I bring it in.
You know what I mean?
Reality check for everyone.
That's a very necessary thing to discuss. But we try to get one in from all the leagues. Shout out to all the leagues that we talked about today.
Sure.
King of the Dot had a couple West Coast ones in there, which is great, and an East Coast one in there. We'll really have to not be so King of the Dot heavy next time.
I hope we don't get indicted for that.
I hope we don't. Dirt versus Lex was iBattle League, and Daylight versus Interstate Fats was, I believe, LA Battlegrounds, which is probably Daylight had like a large part in probably putting that shit together, and he still found time
to make a clan outfit.
So, good shit to all the leagues involved, and hit us up on Twitter at Dirtbag Dan Show. And, you can hit me up at my Twitter, Dirtbag Dan 408, Skylar G 408, his Twitter. Let us know what you want to see battle-wise, what 5 battles you want to see, because come Friday, every week, Skylar's hitting me up like, what are the battles, dude? I got to watch these fucking things. And it's a lot easier if I don't have to fucking think about it myself, and I could just go to one place or go online and see what you guys want. Plus, kind of do this shit for you. So let me know what 5 battles you want to talk about next week, and let us know if we're being too King of the Dot focused. If we need to go more URL. One thing I want to talk about, speaking of URL, Battle Rap Arena last week was fan-fucking-tastic. I usually don't tune into Battle Rap Arena. That's the fucking URL podcast, and it's just that. It's a podcast, just audio. They do it over the phone.
See, I didn't even tune in, but I just saw my Twitter feed exploding with like.
So they had like a couple weeks ago they had Disaster on to speak about the whole Arcane disaster thing, and then they had Caustic on the next week, and they talked to him about it, and then they had Arcane on. And they just fucking wow. I mean, as much as like dude was ethering himself a bit, and he was, they really were just not fair to your boy Arcane. He got fucking fed to the motherfucking BRA wolves. They were just like, they brought him on the show to be like, yo, we're never gonna have you battle in our league. We have zero respect for you, and fucking we just don't, we just wanted to tell you that to your face and allow other battle rappers and fans to also share that fucking experience with you. And they actually had Caustic called in, Thesaurus called in, Disaster called in, and they're all like talking shit directly to Arcane. And he's like, yo, man, y'all didn't do this shit to Caustic when he was on here. Y'all didn't do this shit to Disaster.
Oh, he's bummed, huh?
And then they got off the show. First of all, it was like the most uncomfortable process getting Arcane to hang up the phone. Like Norbs wanted Arcane to hang up the phone for like 20 minutes. It was just like,
it's like talking to
all right,
mom,
homie, yeah.
It's like talking to your mom. Like,
all right, yeah. Do you though? Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, man. Yeah, all right. But I just really don't want to talk about this anymore. All right, and Arcane's like, yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is like, I just don't really like think it's fair. Like, oh yeah, it's not fair, but we gotta go. So, and then they get him off the phone, and then they have everyone call back in and talk shit about him for another like hour. They had the extended like hour-long version of BRA where they just roasted homie. Wow. But I really think that like the general consensus is nobody wants to hear about that shit anymore. It's just been talked about. You know what else nobody wants to hear? No. Like everybody yelling fucking at the same time on the phone. And that's one of the reasons that we don't do like the fucking everybody call in situation. They had fucking Caustic and Thesaurus and Disaster on the phone with like the 3 people that were there. All you can hear is fucking Disaster just like over the top, like screaming in Lebanese over the top of every single person.
Like a Lebanese animal from the fucking Muppets and shit, or what?
Every once in a while, you just hear Thesaurus go, "Yo, chill out, dude." It's like Pete is hella like Diz's voice of reason, like because they live in the same area, so they're like whenever I see Thesaurus, I usually see Disaster, and like it's usually like that. He's just like, "Yo, why are you driving so fast, bro? Like, why? What's the point of this? He's like, but yeah, that was a little fucking much. And if anything, they definitely proved that we are the best podcast in fucking in the world of battle rap. Thank you, Battle Rap Arena. I'm gonna go ahead and make this statement that the Dirtbag Dan Show is the most respected podcast in the world of battle rap.
Aww.
No, well, because you could say like we can't be we might not be able to be the most listened to. You know what I mean? Like, and then that's what URL did. They were like, we're the most viewed battle league in the world. And then I was like, no, homie, let me hip you to some folks in the Philippines that are killing you. And then he was like, we're the most respected battle league in the world. So, and you can't refute that. And they probably are. So we're going to go ahead and be the most respected podcast in all of battle rap. And that's cool, I feel like. I don't think Norbs is going to be mad about that. I don't think Smrack is going to be mad about that. I think they'll let me have this one. Plus, we cover them. Like, I'm not like... That's the other thing, too, with BRA is, like, they're only talking about their shit.
We don't get indicted for that.
We're going to get indicted. Okay, moving right along,
Yeah,
dude.
let's
Call fucking J Pro.
Oh, J Pro.
And let's talk about King of the Dot Alcatraz, which is taking place in Oakland. Big King of the Dot Fresh Coast event at the New Parish in Oakland. On 420. What an appropriate place to be on 420. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get fucking J Pro on the phone. I think he actually wanted to even make an announcement. So let's get this going. All right. Let's see if this fool answers the phone. We're 8 minutes early. Usually on the Dirtbag Dan Show, we are so late to call people. Now that we're live, we're early. We're like, ooh, shit. Thought I was going to talk about Daylight cutting his own clan suit more. Turns out I had 7 minutes less material than I thought. All right, so J Pro, whose number is
Black Jesus.
What if I just like 805 and just ran that shit off?
Oh, here we go. I think you can plug it in a little more.
Dirtbag Danielson.
Yo, J Pro, what up? Yo, so you're live on the Dirtbag Dan Show.
We on the street?
You're on the streets right now. Say hi.
Holy shit. What's up, everybody? Hold on. I have a surprise for you all. Hold the fuck up.
Uh-oh. We're getting
Is everybody there?
Are we getting the whole... Who's on the phone?
You guys want to do? It is me, J Pro.
Yes.
What's happening?
Who else is on the phone?
What up?
What?
I'm chilling.
Man, you motherfuckers. So we got the King of the Dot Fresh Coast on the line. Let's talk about fucking Alcatraz, gentlemen.
Who's on the phone?
J Pro I know is on the phone. Who else is on the phone?
I'm on the phone.
Okay, just you.
You know what I'm saying? Young California dick swag in the building, you feel me? Coming in your bitch mouth.
Oh, shit. Lush is on the phone. Holy
snap.
fucking...
Lush is on the phone.
Of course.
I'm going to switch. I got to fix this audio while you talk to them for a second.
Yeah, okay. I figured I was like, who doesn't know how to talk like a normal human being? Of course, it's your boy, Lush One. What's up, motherfucker? I wanted to get you in the studio, bro. You could be getting so lifted with us right now, Lush. We got hella wax here and shit. Inappropriate.
Oh, man. I'm going to teleport right now.
You got to see the new studio anyways. It's crazy. We had a big-ass shark painted on the wall in here. I'm going to fucking... When we close the show... Yeah, go ahead. Show them the shark real fast. Look at this shit. This motherfucking shit is live. Yeah, hold on one second. We're swapping lines out so that we can get a better audio on you guys. You got to give me the cord or what? Yo, yo, yo. Hold on one second. All right. We're back. Can you guys hear us?
Making sure y'all can hear me, too.
All right. We're good. I can hear you. I got J Pro and Lush on the line. Tell me, how do you come up with the name Alcatraz for this event? Because I was so excited thinking that we were going to be...
Yeah, going to Alcatraz.
I thought we were battling in a prison.
Well, check this out. First of all, just so y'all know, we also got Aspect One on the phone. So it's three of us. You feel me? The three-headed Hydra of the motherfucking California unit.
How excited do you think everybody got once you said Aspect was on the phone? They were like, "Holy shit, we could have lived we could have lived without Lush and J Pro, but not Aspect."
Hey,
I
just
think-
so everybody
I
knows,
think
our
the
audio
switch
is a
got
little.
wetter.
We're good? All right, there we go. There we go.
Hey. You know what I do with these girls, man. Let them live, man.
All right.
But as far as the name Alcatraz, we were just thinking, like obviously all of our names have consistent themes with the way the coast is moving right now, and what we're trying to do with this is bring it back to the Bay
Yeah.
and lock it down with bars. You feel me? Bring it back to the Bay and lock it down with bars.
I knew you had like a very like precise explanation for why you called it Alcatraz. So bring it back to the Bay.
Bars.
Lock it down with bars. Okay, now we know.
Hey, well, here's the thing. Here's how we came up with this one, and even researchers. We're on the phone. We're having a fucking conference call. We're talking about, the different things we need for the event, the needs, the cameraman, et cetera, whatever. And then fucking Lush just, comes out of the blue with the fucking name. And, same thing he did with Resurgence. He's like, we'll call it Resurgence. And we're like, hold up, let's think about that. And then we wait like a day. And then Lush hits us with a text like, hey, you guys like that name? And then boom, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Hey,
he has these meanings for the fucking event without even telling us what how they came up.
hey, Pro. Remember we are literally texting back and forth, and we're talking about the March 9th event too. And I was like, we got to name that shit Notorious. And
That is I don't care if it says it on the flyer or not. That event is called Notorious. You feel me? Period.
Then Lush comes out like, well, we should call 420 Alcatraz because it's bars. I was like, word.
Bring it back to the Bay. Lock it down with bars.
Bars.
Bring it back to that.
Okay, so before we get into Alcatraz then, because you guys fucking, man, you got so much shit going on. March 9th, what exactly is going on March 9th?
March 9th is the Ground Zero Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Round one. So, as you know, Toronto is doing their own shit. All the divisions have the Grand Prix, the Ground Zero Grand Prix going on. So we have our LA, Cali division, round one. And then we also have Tantrum and Caddy on the card.
Yeah.
Live and the Dead Man.
Okay.
And then me and QP.
No way,
so
you versus
basically-
QP.
Yeah, me and QP. So all that little
battles. Our little
Yeah.
Ground Zero event has those on top of it, and the dudes that are battling in our Ground Zero tournament are all fucking this is a great opportunity to really showcase the next dudes. You feel me? The next Dirtbag Dans, the next Cadillac Ron, the next Tantrums. You know what I mean? Because Cali has got so much talent, and as our the next Tiger Tie.
There'll never be
Our
another
next-
Tiger Tie. No, don't kid yourself.
There'll never be another Dan or Caddy either. So I don't know. Maybe they might find the next fucking. We might find
There's
the next, like,
there's
Lucy
9 million tantrums.
We got Teddy B the Grizzly. We got Teddy B the Grizzly coming. So hey, don't trip.
Yee.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the best fucking name so far of all the previous shop Ground Zero cast is Jew. He's fucking Mexican. And he
No,
named himself
I know Mexican
I'm
Jew
a big
actually.
fan of,
I know him from the Voice Box Battle League. He was out there. I met him out there for one of the events we were out there for, and I thought it was ridiculous that there was a Mexican dude named Jew.
I'm a big fan of Crispy the Buddha Head because not for the name, but for Crispy TBH. You feel me? I thought it was Crispy to be honest.
Holy shit, dude! Wow, we got to. What do you think about people saying that that the West division of King of the Dot really has more battlers than the entire Canadian region of King of the Dot? You know what I mean? As far as
first of all-
quality battle rappers.
Hold up, dog. First of all, what's the population of Canada is less than the population of California.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm saying-
Fair enough.
The black population of Canada is probably 1/12 the population of the black population in California. The
Yeah.
hip-hop credibility of our two, it's if we didn't have the best artist motherfuckers, what the fuck would we be? You know what I mean?
You know what? That's a really good fucking way to put it. I don't think.
It's a
I think a
numbers
lot
game.
of people. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people think about it like that. I think a lot of people think it's a whole country and it's a Canadian-based league for the West Division to have, like you're saying, we're talking about a fucking a Ground Zero card, and you got J Pro versus QP, Tantrum versus Cadillac, Dead Man Reverse Live. Those are, you know.
And we literally pulled that out of our ass. We pulled that out of our ass. And the thing is, dude, it's because, like, yo, this is Cali, and obviously, yeah, we're a part of the King of the Dot movement. We rep KOTD. We got mad love for all them fools, but really, the Fresh Coast movement has existed on our own for years. This is more of like us conglomerating with Canada, coming together. And the reason, obviously, you know, we rock with the King of the Dot brand is because those dudes are the trillest and most professional and most honorable. Shout out Organic, Avi, Gully, and everybody else. You know what I mean? It's a known fact.
Ryan PvP, Pussy Vagina Pussy.
And we PvP, King Slide, fucking Hami, Jess Blaze, all the homies out there, you know.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I mean, King of the Dot definitely, me being someone who's dealt with pretty much every battle league in the world, King of the Dot has always has run the tightest ship, you know what I mean? Or at least took in the most thought out approach to each individual event. And you know, like having thrown events myself, like there's something to be said. They definitely wrote the book, and whenever you're putting shit together,
He was holding it down pretty tough in Georgia for a while there.
You're a dick.
Hey, and we talked about this shit before, Dan, when we talked at World Domination and stuff, and like I just felt, and I still feel that like Cali, there's so much talent here. You know what I'm saying? There's so much homegrown talent here. Like there's no reason why we should have to go to Toronto to battle. It's great to go there, but we shouldn't have to go to Toronto or to New York.
Yeah. No, totally. And we definitely had a moment.
And that's what battle leagues should do.
Let me interject on that point too. Like, if you look at every place and every coast and every area, everything is like by demographic. Like New York cats, they don't cater to LA or fucking the Bay. Toronto, they don't cater to us. Fucking Midwest, they don't cater to us. It seems that, like, you know, us West Coast cats are the most open-minded, most catering type cats as far as like the involvement of other areas, and we've been like that for a long time. So for us to just re-solidify what we're already doing is nothing new. It's just us just kind of reformulating the plan and saying, hey, this is what it has to be, and this is how we moving. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and
I've
totally battled.
A lot of cats are sleeping.
And it's an audience thing too, and that's and having battled in all of these places, like I always said that Toronto is like one of the best, if not the best, battle audience in the world. The only place in the world that I would say has a better viewing live battle audience than Toronto is where, Lush? Oakland, motherfucking California, for sure. The Bay Area, the best. I mean, having 1,500 people in a room and like choosing to be fucking quiet, choosing to listen to the fucking people,
knowing the deal, and that's the whole thing. Like, just to touch, you know, as a good segue to touch on something else. Like, another reason why people, like Aspect said, like, you know, people want to. We're very accepting and open of all different styles and regions, and that's because people love coming to Cali as just a place. Fuck battle.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. It's easy to book a battle here just because cats are like, they see us like fucking hitting vaporizers in the you know what I mean? Like drinking bottles of fucking champagne and shit. They're like, I want to be there. I love
when fucking when Cap Callis was throwing battles in Miami, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to go to every one. It's in Miami. You feel me?
Hell yeah. Because you got the ambiance and the atmosphere and everything else that you could sell with it. Like, you got bitches and fucking bomb trees and, you know what I'm saying, like good weather and fucking all kind of different food. And that shit is appealing to cats who live in the sticks or they live in the fucking snow all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
We're not accustomed to that.
California's a place you want to go in your life.
Now, that being said, that's exactly why it's like, okay, like we just established battle scenes need to hold down their region and be a reflection. That's why it's like, okay, we hold it down California for the Fresh Coast. You know what I mean? And we preserve this aesthetic, and that's why it doesn't make sense for hella rando-ass battle leagues coming out the cuts to come out here. Like, if you want to start up a battle league, do that shit in West Virginia so your homies don't have to fucking fly to California or go to, you know what I mean? Like, I have no problem with a league like I Battle doing what they do where they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, Voicebox, throw as many events in fucking.
Well, the thing about like Voicebox doing an event here in San Jose, there's only one way to do that. You know what I mean? And like realistically, it's hard to throw an event in the Bay Area without me being involved. But that's just because I made sure that I've kind of like sewed myself into the fabric of this whole shit. You're the same way, Lush.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
the only person. I think you're the only undefeated person at all the Battle of the Bays. You're the only one that went 5-0.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's because it's I definitely had my controversial wins, right? But I think at the end of the day, if you talk to anyone in those audiences, it was easy because that's who I'm playing to. And when I remember on the Battle Rap Arena show last week, they were talking to Arcane and just fucking lampooning him. But they were saying to him, y'all had this big ass event and it was hard for you to control the audience. Now you see that when you do these big ass events, it's hard to control the audience. You know what I mean? Because they felt hella criticized for Summer Madness being like,
and it's understandable. And they actually Norris made a really solid point with that. I actually agree with that.
He totally did. At the same time, I totally think that MOB or Battle of the Bay 5 probably had the same amount of people as you could fit into Webster Hall. I mean, what are the numbers like on that? Like, realistically?
Yeah, no, it was close. It was real close. But the biggest primary difference is, once again, the ambiance of the Bay Area.
Well, it's the Bay. It's the Bay. It's the Bay.
I mean?
And New York is a real, like, they're an involved ass battle audience in the sense that, like, they're in the fucking audience telling you to run it back, and then you do, based on them and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the Bay, they don't really, like, the audience isn't trying to interject themselves into the battles as much as in New York, I'd say.
The thing about New York too that I think isn't so good, like me originally being from New York, like I look at it a little differently. Like I moved to California, a lot of cats are way more accepting of a lot more things. You go to a battle rap event in New York, and it seems like a lot of cats go to events to boo you, where you don't get that in LA, you don't get that in the Bay either. You get
it's like it's all the rappers that didn't make it. It's all the rappers that didn't make it booing.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm like Def Jam. Who's in the building, fat as fuck.
I don't know. I think
it's a way different dynamic. Like you come out here and you got a lot of cats out here like are way more pushing you to fucking get to the next level. Where a lot of cats seems back east are a little more prone to hate and be like, man, fuck you, you ain't about shit. So our communities are even different.
And there's something positive to be said for that too, I suppose, because it thins out the herd and we might be a little too nice at times. I always say that like that. If there's anything with the Toronto shit that I get like upset about with that audience is that they let motherfuckers choke and like what I mean. Like it's funny. It's like if you look at
not anymore.
If you look at three places, yeah, no, totally right. But I mean, in that situation, it's more of a like if they hate you before you go in, then you're fucked. But if you look at like three situations where it's like, okay, you're in the Bay Area and you choke, they're gonna give you a good 5 seconds and then they're gonna fucking go in on you. You're in Toronto and you choke, depending on who you are, fucking you're Low Pesci, they'll let you have 5 minutes to fucking collect yourself, and they're praying, they're keeping their fingers. LA isn't as friendly as the Bay, and I think one thing in LA that really hurts the battles out there is you got a big fucking group of people who came out to be seen instead of to watch something. In the Bay Area, the audiences come out to watch battles. They want to see the battlers. In LA, you got half of the audience are fucking people who want to come out and want you to see them, whether they're a part of the fucking event or not. That shit takes away from them.
That's because of Hollywood.
That's Hollywood. That's Hollywood mentality. That's the fuck.
I don't think that only applies to battles either. I feel like
that's everything. Yeah, that's totally like that at shows for sure.
Just anywhere, even if you go to the fucking mall, you got more people going to look at people at the mall than go buy fucking clothes.
Yeah. It's very, LA is a status-driven city, and I love it. It's my hometown. You know what I mean? But it like, if you ain't got the juice, then you ain't gonna fucking drink shit.
Yeah. And in New York, I think they'll boo you if they think you're gonna choke. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference. Yeah. It's like one's too mean, one's too nice, and we're like right in the middle.
Yeah, I feel like New York's a kind of a stricter, like a little more like roughneck version of LA crowd, but they're very, very similar in the sensibilities. Like also like New York or LA does not give a fuck. New York will boo their own instantly.
Yeah,
You feel me?
and
LA
that's what I
boo
respect
their
about them.
own.
That's what I respect about them. I respect about
That's
that
why
audience
they get
is that
booed
they
out
make
there.
people earn it. And when the dudes that are really great from New York really had to be great to even, separate themselves from everybody else. And that's why, I think
Like,
there's
who's the only dude that's never got booed in URL is pretty much Hollow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he is probably the best dude. So
keeps
it
it
makes
100.
sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get
true.
it. And that, but I feel like we are blessed to be able to operate in the Bay Area with.
Well, I'm also blessed to not have to fucking operate within a fucking pigeonholed guideline of what battle rap is, and you don't have to fucking own 30 AK-47s to join my battle league. You know what I mean? Like, which, and I love AK-47s and AR-15s. You feel me? But it's like, it's not a necessity for spitting bars. So lock down the bay with bars on April 20th at Alcatraz. You know what I mean?
Oh, lock
got
down the
Roughnecks,
bay
you
with
got
bars. Oh shit! It's all about just ending sentences with "lock down the bay with bars" on April 20th. Oh shit! No, I mean, I feel that too. And I've always they don't invite me to go play ball, so I don't. I also don't actively own
Well, at least
multiple
they love your battle
AK-47s.
with PH.
No, right? At least the one battle that they did fucking release of mine unwittingly ended up being such a fucking smashing classic.
Didn't they release it at 2 in the morning or something too? They released it at some weird.
No, it was like
Hey, were you the
6 months
first
late.
battle on the URL fucking channel to have more dislikes than likes?
No, you know what? Thank God for Iron Solomon Murder Mook because they fucking just destroyed.
Nice.
They definitely took
Thank
me
God
way
for
off
that
of that
debacle.
list. No, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Well, shit, man. I mean,
It's crazy.
oh, so bad.
I really want to I'm curious. I know Poison Fan's going to be getting some shit popping because I feel like he's kind of the closest thing to an East Coast version of what we got going on. You know what I mean? It's like more open to different styles and shit. And I'd definitely like to see Poison, what Pen's next move is because he's such an OG in the game. I remember when me and him both made our transitions from grind time, a lot of people were speculating. And it was pretty much like everyone was saying how much of a better move he made than I did. You know what I mean? And I to this day, I can't really say, but I would not have changed the move that I made for the motherfucking world, especially with this team that we got out here with the three of us, plus the homie Malathion running the Prove Yourself Ground Zero shit. It's like Mega Man, motherfucking Link, motherfucking Icarus, and you know what I mean? All squatted up, right?
Hey, man, but who's Icarus, though?
What's
I'm
that?
the fine one, so I'll be Icarus.
Well,
Wow.
where's Malathion
Wow.
when you need him? I want to fucking talk to him about what appears to be hair plugs on his head and how how is he balding in his mid-20s like that?
If we got Mal on the phone, he'll just fucking answer the phone and say, time! And then fucking
Sweet.
Say,
Yeah.
all the crew.
Oh man. So
Elephant
Let me work. Please let me work.
Shit.
one more thing. What battles do we know about right now from Alcatraz? I know we've announced myself versus Burlington, Ontario's own 100 Bullets.
Burlington, Ontario.
He's a burly dude from Burlington.
Paul's.
Yeah.
Jason
Factory.
And then what else is going
Remy
down?
and Passwords.
Remy
We got
versus
Remy D and
Passwords.
Passwords. They're the dopest, and I feel so happy. It's probably one of the dopest things ever. When are fools going to realize that Remy D is like the hottest thing in battle rap right now?
Yeah, he's tight, man. We were just talking about him tonight. We were talking about him in QP's battle, and I was saying that I thought QP won. It's a battle.
But Remy out-rapped him.
Yeah, it's a battle, dude. It's not a rapping contest. It's a battle where punchlines count, and I
Remy
go for the
definitely
punches.
out-rapped him, though.
QP is amazing, dog. Like, look at all the characters we have out here in
But
Cali.
then think about this though too. It's battle rap, so I think if you can rap better than a cat, that should also be something that separates you from someone who does the standard punchline setup. Punchline.
Definitely, but I don't think you
No,
could say
of course.
anything about what QP does is fucking standard. I think he has the most unorthodox approach to punchlines, like, period. And I don't think
I
that's.
think he's the father to a lot of things. Like a lot of.
I feel like QP influenced and loaded Lux's return, and I'm not even bullshitting.
Holy shit! Now we're getting into crazy territory.
I said that shit.
Well, I'm like.
I think just off some Sherm, B.
I think QP writes his rhymes just using autocorrect. Like, he just fucking types his shit, and then fucking autocorrect comes on, and he's like, oh, that word sounds like that word. Let me say it. And then that word sounds like this word. Let me say that. All right, let me run it back and make it sound
that
like
word sounds like that word sounds, but you don't want to see the word sound. Word sound?
Pretty much. And the thing is, like, QP can get away with it. Like, because SONS started a lot of that shit that a lot of these fools are doing. It's just that too many people are doing it now, and they don't do it right. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, no, it gets watered down after a while. So is QP battling at this event too? We have QP versus who?
Yes.
Yeah, Shoddy.
Shoddy horror.
Oh, versus fucking Shoddy. That's a great fucking battle. Shoddy is definitely everyone's favorite fucking UK dude right now.
Yeah.
I
Shout
hope
out
he
to
brings
Shoddy.
it. I hope he brings it because that's an interesting setup and just an interesting choice from him to want to battle him.
Yeah, that's
it's
weird.
funny you'd be shocked if you heard who Shoddy turned down. But we offered him some bigger names, but he is, he's really trying to it seems like continue on the route of like, battling the gun clapping dudes. So he wasn't trying to battle our lyrical miracle veterans. You know what I mean?
Oh, no shit, huh? That's funny.
Yeah, he don't want no lyrical miracle shit.
Yeah, man.
No, he didn't. So
People
like,
don't.
all right, bro. You know what I mean?
People don't want that shit.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
Just tell him. We should just tell him. We're trying to set up him versus Thesaurus. You feel me?
Yeah, clearly.
And Pete was down.
Yeah.
And people was like, nah, I'd rather battle QP.
I think if I'm looking at it from Shoddy's standpoint, that's a smart fucking call to make right there. Not saying that Shoddy couldn't beat Thesaurus, but I'm saying he'd have a hard time doing it in the Bay Area versus in the UK. You know what I mean?
I think too, like for a lot of cats don't understand that like when you battle like a black dude, like you're tapping into a whole different market. Like motherfuckers we look at battles way different than a normal white kid does. So I mean, for cats that are more into the streets and cats that want to get either street respect or just tap into a new market, that's shit that they're interested in, especially fools from other places. So, I can see how Kelly, Kelly or fucking Shoddy Horror wants to battle a QP or a Daylight because it's more relevant to them. These motherfuckers grew up watching Menace to Society. We live that shit.
Right.
So,
and that's the thing, dude. Like when I battled, like my credibility with black people went so high through the roof after I battled them that I got the shish kebab, finger bang, Kerry Washington,
Holy
good
shit.
at the same time.
Oh shit. Oh my God! Not phrases. Not cause of UP. Whatever happened to phrases, bro? Oh man, we could talk so long about so many of these like obscure grind time era battlers that just fucking disappeared.
Yo, by the way, I heard that G Polo died.
No way.
That's true. I heard that shit, dog.
No way.
I heard that too. I saw it on Twitter floating around, and I was like, nah.
No way. How?
Tell us that.
How?
Tell us that if that's true. I wouldn't be surprised if it involved some type of goonery.
Yeah, no, because it is gully as fuck out there in Orlando. Both times I've been out there, I was like, wow, this place is fucking crazy. And I'm
Orlando's more hood than people realize.
Oh, holy shit,
yeah.
it is.
It's
it is gully as fuck out there. Some of the like most wild shit I ever seen, I seen like in a random parking lot in fucking in Orlando. Dude, he just flops off that fucking chair, dude.
Yeah, he does.
This giant lizard, you should fucking just went doof and hit the ground. I fucking heard it from across the room. That's the other thing you're missing here, Lush. There's a fucking 4-foot monitor lizard roaming around, just being a goon.
Yeah, it's goon life over
That's
here.
awesome.
Yeah, I think.
Hey, why don't we do a fucking in-studio fucking Dirtbag Dan show special when we go up there for the 420 joint, though?
Yeah, I think when we do, we're gonna go. Oh, there he is. He's coming for me right now. When we do the Alcatraz shit, we're definitely gonna have everybody in. We'll do like a cipher in the studio and shit, bro. I'm fucking.
Yes.
I got a home here, bro. It's crazy. Like I got an office and a fucking studio that I come to every day and get fucking work done. It's something spectacular.
I'm moving to San Jose tomorrow to Dirtbag Damn Studio.
That's pretty, dude. EK, pretty much just bounces between here and the soup kitchen and the salmon boat.
I was gonna say, don't
Salmon
invite
fishing.
EK over. He won't ever leave, dog.
No, he's good. He'll leave to go to go on the salmon boat for a few weeks, and then he'll fucking and then when he gets back from the salmon boat, usually he wants to go to the hostels and just like stay in the hostels and hang out with the Europeans and smoke fucking euros and shit and just be a goon. He goes and like tries to buy drugs from strangers in San Francisco, which I tell him is ultra dangerous, and then he gets tired of it and comes here.
As long as you stick to the tenderloin, it's open drug trade market.
It
so,
is. It is an open drug trade market. It's one of the few open
I heard,
drug trade markets in the world.
I heard EK went crazy in Missouri. I heard EK got busy in what's it called?
Oh, yeah.
Missouri down there.
I was saying he was.
Hey, I gotta say, No Coast is fucking awesome. I love those.
Hey, that's the one.
Some of the most fun
That's
I've
the
had.
one shit I didn't get to do in my battle career because I guess No
And
Coast.
honestly, and I'm not even being like honestly, dude, that's actually a big loss.
No, I
Because
know. I tried to fucking do it, but fucking stupid Deadbeat is an actual deadbeat. Can you believe it? Believe it or not,
Well,
Deadbeat is an actual fucking deadbeat.
And he stepped down.
Self-fulfilling prophecy,
He
baby.
run this last event.
No, I know, and he was the one who I was arranging shit with before this last event was ever mentioned. I was actually
Deadbeat
on
is a
tour.
good guy.
I'm
not gonna slander Deadbeat.
I was gonna drive. Dude, you want to hear
Deadbeat's a good
a great Deadbeat story? This is my favorite. Okay, so Deadbeat picks up Cadillac Ron from the airport, and they get in the car, and Cadillac Ron's like all like fucking like half fucked up. Last time he was there, he was dead ass sober, and they annoyed the shit out of him. So this time he's there, and he's a fucking full blown druggie, and he's like, I'm gonna fucking make these fools feel it. So like he gets in the car, and he's already like a little burnt, and Deadbeat's like, hey, you want to freestyle? Or he's like, hey, you want to cipher? They're in the car, and he's like, you want to cipher? And Ron's like, no, dude, I just got off a plane. I'm kind of tired. And he's like, okay. You mind if I? He's like, okay. You mind if I do? And Ron's like, well, it's not really a cipher, but. Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Only on the Dirtbag Dan show are you going to hear stuff like that. Dude, I can't wait. I'm going on tour with Cadillac Ron.
Oh,
This is
it's
going to be the
gonna be
most
awesome.
amazing thing because I literally, we'll go, I went to Salt Lake City. It was me, Caustic, and Caddy Ron, and it was the fucking funniest shit ever, dude. He was just he had so many fucking stories to tell. He's just, on point.
That question right there is like, it's more like, it's basically like, can I masturbate in front of you real quick?
Dude, it's like, you want to cipher? And Ron's like, no. And then he's like, you mind if I do? That's so fucking good. It's like, dude, he's like, that's not really a cipher, bro, but okay.
Hey, do you want to go? Do you want to go have sex with your girlfriend right now? Oh, do you mind if I do?
Do you mind if I do?
Wow.
Oh, wow. Good
Holy
shit.
shit.
But that's why I never made it to
Hey,
No Coast. I was actually going to drive out there when I was on tour last. I was going to go do all the fucking obscure battle leagues one by one and end in the weirdest one of them all. But instead, Diggy
I say
Splash
the next time you
battled.
do that shit, the next time you do that shit, Dan, literally just man up and call it the Obscure Battle League tour.
Dude, that's tight though, right?
Wow.
Fucking that's a way to do it, man.
What did you do? I know you did Voice Box, and then you did the Colorado joint.
Yeah, and I was gonna go do No Coast, but I always go to
He did
Mike Masters
Iowa
in
rap.
Salt Lake City. You know what's up with that? Those kids hold it down, bro. They actually have there's
those kids are cool. Synchronized.
yeah. There's
Cool as
3
fuck.
kids.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There's 3 or 4 kids that battle in that league that I feel
So you
like
basically
could
toured all
go.
the different leagues that Christian 818 and Absurd have ripped off over the past few years.
Yeah, no, totally, right? But I don't I do good business with these fuckers. They love me. I go there and I fucking host their battles and I do
I know they
rock
do.
sets. Because to me it's like I know that I'm not stupid about this shit. I'm fortunate. I get to play paid dues this year. Lush, can you believe that fucking shit? Just straight up, I got a
Congrats.
set. All these has a battle rapper ever got a set like that at paid dues? Just a set, you know what I mean?
Not to say anything, but Makina Muerte got a set based on me and Caddy's merit.
But y'all had grind time
No
had a
Can Do
stage.
got a few sets doing
No,
that too.
totally. Totally, but no can.
Damn, Dan
So
just
then
got
no,
Dan
Dan.
just got fucking
Then no.
served right now.
No,
Dan
not
was
the
the
first.
first. Understand?
No,
Dan
no.
wasn't the
You know what
first.
else
though.
rhymes with Panda Express?
Dan is the best. No, I know I'm not the first. I wasn't trying to imply that I was the first, but to be on the list with those dudes, like Dumbfounded, who did a set of
Oh,
paid
yeah,
dues, to
that's
be
a
on the
big-
list with like
that's a
No
big
Can Do, did a.
fucking- That's a big.
No, Dan.
I'm moving in the right
Motherfucker, I'm
direction. You
super proud
know
of
what I mean? With like the
No,
way.
you have become one of those dudes that we could use as an example and say, ha ha, fuck you. You know what I mean? And it's great. You are doing it right, dog. You know,
That's
we're all-
awesome.
But-
I feel good about that, but at the same time, like, I know that my fans, my real fans, are rooted in battle rap. So the best way to get to these fans is to go to all these battle leagues and go meet them on the 1-to-1. And when you go, like, interact with cats on the 1-to-1 and you have real conversations with real people and shit, like, even if like 100 fans like that are worth fucking 100,000 fucking internet fans who don't really give a fuck about you. Because 100 people
all
that
these
you shake
dudes that
hands
are
with will
quitting
ride for you.
battling, These dudes quitting battling to focus on music when they've sold like 200 copies of their records. Like, bro,
Yeah.
you are like.
I mean,
what,
this is what's funny about that shit to me. Like, if you fucking really make music, you don't need to stop doing shit. You can do whatever you fucking need to do at that time. If you need to stop doing some shit because you need to put all your time and attention into one thing, that shows how limited of a fucking thinker you are.
I would
But
say
yeah,
that
like-
if you are smart and you are make music and you recognize that you have a vehicle to reach people and battling is that vehicle, then use it to your advantage
Use
and
that
use
shit.
it for as
Exactly.
long as you possibly can to your
It's a
advantage.
huge-
Because one day it's
it's a
going to go
huge
away.
advantage.
You know?
I've sold beats to hundreds of battle rappers, and I'll keep doing it.
Yeah, no, totally. That's the way to
not
do
gonna
it, right? It's a whole market in itself.
Who really thought? I mean, like, we kind of always hoped and wanted, like when we started doing all this GT shit or whatever back in like '08, we were hoping like, yeah, we're gonna have battling popping forever. But I honestly thought that by 2013, people would have already been tired of it and phased out. And it's true, some people did get tired of it, but we increased our fan base so much. It's like we're growing exponentially every day. And when I say I mean battle rap in general.
Yeah,
I think
totally.
But I think the opposite happened for some people. The opposite happened for me. Like when I first saw the format, it was written, it was acapella. I thought like as an MC, I was like, man, this is fucking whack. They're taking this freestyle element out of it. They're taking the ability to rhyme over a beat out of it, and I fucking thought it was corny. And then I came around, and then I realized, like, damn, it does take some skill.
And don't take this offensively, but you are a Mexican from LA. You know what I mean? and that's like, yo, hip hop, dog. This isn't real hip hop culture, dog. You know what I mean? Like, it's that.
Hey, dog, we can fucking run with that, dog. We got fucking info. That's our.
Yo, I got co-signed by the big homie Sick Jackin', fool. You ain't about shit.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't see it. Like I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the vision. I didn't have. I'm sure you understood like how big it could be and how beneficial it could be. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see it. I didn't see the bigger picture.
I think
just
I
saw it
did
as
right
an
after
ad.
the first the FLO battle. I didn't. You couldn't really in the coroner battle because it was just we didn't even no one knew what we were doing yet. But then in the fucking FLO battle, I was like, oh shit, okay, this is a good way to fucking and then as soon as I seen that they were doing them like overseas, I was like, oh, we just got to get over there. That's the way we're gonna get overseas. All we got to do is fucking set up a battle, you know what I mean? And it actually ended up working out. It really came down to just going once, and then once me and Madness went to the UK one time, people were like, oh, those are the guys that go places. And then people would hit you up like in Australia and be like, hey, you guys want to come out here? Well, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go to Australia, you know what I mean? And then before you know it, you're fucking around the world fucking twice, 3 times, and you're like, holy shit, you know, like.
Yeah, this just made the world a lot smaller.
It really did, and like having friends in and like being able to like go to different countries and go like, I know who to call, like I know where to go. I've eaten at this restaurant before, you know what I mean? Like that's wild.
That's part of the reason too why it made no fucking sense for me that Cali wasn't active for a while or as active after I think Lush, what happened, like you went on tour or some shit and then Absurd took over and blah blah blah. And it was kind of like,
well, it was like honestly, like it had gotten like to the point where I didn't have you guys. I didn't have my fucking proper squad of other cats to work with that were like-minded. That really just wanted to keep the coast lit and didn't have like you got to kind of like you gotta like weed through the opportunists, and for me that took a few years. You know what I mean? And I've been so overwhelmed at that point that I was trying to move on, trying to pass the torch, and kind
Look
of.
at you lying, dog. You just wanted, man. You lying, fool. Fuck that.
Nah, nah. What you mean? I really did. Like that.
I'm talking shit.
So many times. I really wanted to fucking, but I just I was making the wrong judgment calls, and it's trial and error, and it was difficult. So, and that led to a huge stagnant period in the West right now, while we were kind of like, and not only that, but the entire Fresh Coast had really, the big thing was, and this is beyond me, the Fresh Coast had become completely disillusioned with grind time, and Dan can attest to that. You know what I mean? As one of the
well,
dudes, like,
it's just it's a situation where like.
I think on the outside with the grind time shit, just, you know, because I wasn't a part of staff or nothing, I just did a few battles.
You were around, though. You were still there, though.
You know, like, we helped, you know, book fucking venues and shit, like, for the battles and shit in L.A. especially, but, I mean, you know, we didn't really fucking become, you know, like, all right, let's be a big part of helping out or whatever, because, I mean, to us on the outside looking in, it was just, like, a lot of cliquey fucking just extra shit that wasn't necessary, you know what I'm saying? Like, now we don't really have to deal with, like, fucking all the internal and external politics that come with it. We just make focused decisions. I think in that time it was more of a party atmosphere, and it was more cliquey because of that. So,
I mean, this is the reality of the situation. You could be really, like, fucking like specific and like go down the list and name and like chronicle like the downfall of GT and like fucking pinpoint and fucking put pictures with the pinpoints of the people whose fucking fault it is, or you could be like really broad about it and just say it was really great when we didn't know what we had, when we were just like fucking meeting up in parks and throwing battles, and then we were like just getting people into the fucking warehouse, and fucking once like a lot of fucking money got involved, and like once the battlers didn't feel like they were getting what they deserved from the leagues, but then the leagues were ended up fucking overextending themselves through the battlers, and they couldn't afford to fucking throw the events anymore, and then battlers didn't want to work with specific fucking people. Like Castro was like, I won't work for Mad Hills, you know what I mean? And like, well then that cuts off this whole region of the world. But it's like,
like a lot of hostility and resentment.
It was, but it's like if we, you know, it's just that's natural. Like when you have something that isn't a controlled fucking entity, when you have something that's like if I compare it to fight sports, I'd say that Dana White is organic in this scenario, because organic keeps control of the battlers and therefore keeps control of the situation. Smack 2 and fucking URL, they control the battlers. Once you let the battlers get bigger than one individual battler, get bigger than the entire sport of battling, like as a battler, then it ruins the sport. Just same thing with boxing. Once Mike Tyson became bigger than boxing as a whole, then fucking boxing, the sport suffered. The reason that the UFC is such a huge brand is because it's controlled. They control it. No one MMA fighter, Anderson Silva, isn't bigger than the UFC as a whole, or than MMA as a whole. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's where battling needs to be. Battling needs to be in a place where the leagues are in control of the situation, so that the battlers aren't, you know, only picking matchups that suit them, and at the end of the day, battlers do pick their own matchups, and it's a different than fight sports in that regard, because I mean it's not an easy decision too. Like you could never lose a battle, and you could lose every single battle all at the same fucking time. But at the end of the day, in this atmosphere, you get what you can out of battling. As a battle rapper, like the reason that I'm able to sustain myself, the reason that I get more than the average battle rapper is because I know how to negotiate for myself. People don't, they don't get shit, you know what I mean? And that's like,
well, you're also like, you're not like delusional. You're like realistic about your value and what you bring. You know your worth, and you know that you bring shit to the table.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna fucking, you know what we as
I don't have Lux prices. I don't have Mook prices and shit. I'm not asking $10,000. Well, because when you do that, like this is the way I look at that too. Mook battles once in fucking the last 10 years and gets $10,000. Well, shit, I'm clearing way more than that in a year, and you know I might have to do 4 battles, but that the 4 battles allow me to do shows. They allow me to sell records. They allow me to do all these things that I couldn't do if I didn't do the 4 or 5 battles that I did that year. And those 4 or 5
you didn't
battles.
have to write 18 verses for Lil Mama in the interim to pay your rent.
No, and like if I'm doing, if I'm getting like a fucking, 1,000 here, 1,500 there, 800 there, fucking depending on the opportunity and depending on how much the league has to pay for my travel or whatever, it's cool because I know that I can make more on that because I have a fucking vehicle for that. Whether it be like setting up a tour, which is the most viable way to do it now because not a lot of people sell music, but we still sell music. We get AdSense from Google. Like it's all about applying yourself. And like battlers, I think, are often bitching about what they, how does like, one person get more than the other. Well, it's like, dude, we're talking to the same fucking people. You're just having the wrong conversation. You know what I mean?
It's like, do you remember the point when Awkwards was the only one that realized that shit and was like so far slagging on everyone just because like he understood the business model and the DIY aesthetic of the game, and that's why Awkwards motherfuckers had heard of him in 2002. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's for sure, man.
But like, we also from the promoter standpoint, like we also have to consider like, okay, if we're paying you X amount of dollars, how many people are really coming to the venue just to see you? You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Because the internet hits, they do a certain they're worth something, but they're not worth anything to us directly as promoters out here. You know what I'm saying? Who are throwing the shows. Because at the end of the day, that's bread coming out of our pocket and bread that's not coming in.
Yeah.
So you're asking us for if XMC from the East Coast is asking us for fucking $1,500, then we got to pay his flight, then we got to pay his hotel.
Well, the thing is, it's difficult. It's difficult to negotiate. It's difficult to really fairly assess that 100% because in the end, it's a lot of those battlers which wind up increasing the profile of our company, which do wind up bringing more people in the door in the future. You know what I mean?
No, that's
so
for
it's kind of
sure.
like an investment, and it's a really and that's why it was always tricky for me to equate fools' values because it's like, you know what I mean?
And at the same time too, you're getting battlers who like wouldn't ordinarily battle on that card that are willing to battle on that card now because
of them, right? Oh, I want to battle next to Matt Hoppa. Maybe I'm gonna click
yeah,
this.
exactly. So
Bro,
it's like,
we have to.
I mean, my first conversation with Matt on some money shit was crazy. Like, he was throwing some crazy shit at me, and I laughed at him. Like, you're tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, no one's going to pay you out here for fucking 4 minutes of no music. Like, you're tripping.
yeah,
To
and
ask
it's
for that
fucked
kind
up
of money.
too, man,
Like,
because we at the same time, because I know where he's coming from too, because dude, we get good money to go overseas sometimes. Not necessarily for like Don't Flop, but like for some of the other stuff we do out there. Like, and then we know they're paying for flight and hotel, and then they got fucking sushi bar open to us, take us to like elaborate dinners, fucking just and then we have to go battle for King of the Dot the next month, and we're getting a fourth of what we got. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's the thing. But in the end, what's more valuable to you?
Exactly. Then the views on the videos come out. And then,
Idaho Potato Battleground.
Yeah.
You feel me? And get paid $1,500.
Yeah.
And get a free fucking tour of the cornmeal factory or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, how far is that going to really take you?
well, that's why you got to do both, Lush.
They don't have any leverage, but those like a few battle league circuits. Like, if you think you're gonna just make a career off of fucking hustling between 4 different battle leagues or 5, you know what I'm saying, just to get some quick money to pay your bills, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And not fucking with
you don't have
Pippin
any
ass
outside
Fred Rose,
resources.
King of the Dot.
Like, you don't have any outside resource to really how you about to make money, especially if you pushing music, because you need California in your network to make fucking money.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way possible for you to fucking make music and not have California as one of your hubs of fucking where you make a lot of bread.
Yeah. No doubt.
So,
It's
you know what I mean?
But that's also part of the reason why we have to grow our talent out here too. We have to build our new cats that are coming out. Myself, Deadman, whether it's Conscious Pilot, whoever, KG the Poet. Like, we have to build people out here. You know what I'm saying? So that we're not reliant on people from out of state.
And that is exactly why you need to come March 9th to the basement to the motherfucking Ground Zero Grand Prix so you can get a glimpse of that town. You know what I mean?
What about
you
some
get
of
the first one to
crowd
see.
again?
You're like, oh my God,
I saw this new dude. He's about to tear shit up. He's gonna serve the fuck out of Dirtbag Dan.
I got served by J Pro in front of like 80 of his friends from Oxnard in a strip club parking lot one time.
hey, you know what I realized after that battle dropped? That like I got into battle rap at the wrong fucking time. Like I got in when I was like fucking battling a guy like Doja, and then they put me up. And then, no, I love Taz as a person; he's cool. But like they put me up against Taz and
That's
fucking
a
like
fucking weirdo.
yeah, okay, whatever. But like, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm battling Dan, and I'm thinking like, okay, cool, this is like some grind time shit, finally. And then it drops on like some fucking felony fight or something. And we're in a fucking
that was a weird ass era. That was a weird era when felony fights was like doing battle rap. Like that shit was so fucking shit.
What do you mean? They're going on an 80-city tour with Matt Hill through South Africa next week.
And what's crazy, the owner of Felony Fights I went to high school with, so I know that guy like on some other
With
shit.
Danny?
Yeah, Danny. I went to high school with that kid.
No way.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really even know them. It was just funny that a battle came out on Felony Fights or whatever, and then like next thing I know, like I'm battling Dan in a strip club, and then I'm fucking battling Reverse Live at some concert that's not even a hip hop show.
Oh,
and I'm
dude, just weird stuff.
What the fuck is going on?
Hey, bro, I'm not gonna ask you who booked those battles for you. We're not gonna go there right now.
But yeah.
Let's talk about it.
What? Well, here's the thing, and here's why.
Who did that to you? Who did that?
Wait,
to you?
here's the
Who tried
thing.
to ruin you?
Okay, well, hold on. Time out. Let me.
boy.
I know, but hold on. Let me just set it straight. Okay. So what happened was, I'll be as brief as possible. So this is kind of Aspect's fault because
I knew Aspect on some music shit. You know what I'm saying? On some music shit. You know what I'm saying? Beats and all that shit. So I told Spec, like, I knew he was in 2000 now or whatever with Absurd. So I hit him like, hey, I want to get back into battling. He hits up Absurd. Absurd gives me a battle with Fresco or whatever. Not that Fresco, a different Fresco with a K.
Yeah, that's great.
So I battle Fresco. So I battle Fresco with the K, and then Absurd books me against a guy named Doja, who's never rapped again, and Tino, and then I get Taz, and Absurd is booking me for all these battles. So that's Aspect's fault. So to Absurd, I mean
not my fault.
Yeah, that is, because you were in the same crew with fucking Absurd when he was fucking getting
not.
points.
Okay, for one, 2000 now is not a crew. It's more like a brand, a coalition. And Absurd is
Shouts to your crew with Absurd.
With his assault and battling shit, that was his own doing. If I would have helped him with fucking events and hooking up battles and shit like that, it would have been way better.
I don't know. I
guarantee you it wouldn't have been any worse.
I'll tell you what, you might have got your Xbox Live paid for. That's for damn sure.
You know, what the cold part is he didn't even, like, that was so political and so slick. What fucking J Pro just did is he didn't even fucking say what I was referring to.
I know, but no, because I'm saying through that I met Christian, you know what I'm saying? And then Christian, believe it or not, the thing is that Christian was trying to look out, like he was willing to pay Dan, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like, all right, I got a battle for you, Dirtbag Dan. So I'm like, cool, I do that shit. He actually had booked a battle for me in Las Vegas against Calico, and I had a death in the family that week, and I'm, fucking real life over battle rap any fucking day, and it was a huge opportunity for me, but I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So then he wanted to book me on the Vendetta card against Reverse Live, and I guess I didn't have a big enough rep or some shit at the time, and there was a miscommunication, so I didn't get on that. So he was trying to book me these battles, you know what I'm saying? And even though they ended up fucked up, he was trying to put me in the right position to fucking, to do something out here, but
yo, that kid was so weird, bro.
Tried to help you, and then Lush tried to kill him. Let's talk about how Lush wanted him dead.
Who?
And had Machina Muerte fucking chasing this fool all through the city.
Wait, who did that?
This is not true.
We want to talk about fucking what an Aspect dude. Lush fucking had that fool on the run.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Aspect had to call me and be like, come on, dog, chill
out.
I
had to call
let him
like,
live,
yo,
man.
Let that fool live, man. Don't even
let him live.
That little kid, dude. Like, come on, dude.
Oh,
just do me that favor, because this fool's calling me every morning.
Well, it wasn't really me. There was like dudes like some random ass fool named C Gutta
who's like a fucking like Grape Street Crip, and all these other. He was like getting, dude, absurd was having fools pay him to get their battles put on the main GT channel, and then that was the time when I was trying desperately hard to quality control. So it'd be like, how the fuck did this weak ass battle get uploaded? And I would kick it down, right? And then all these fools would start banging like, yo, what the fuck my battle that I paid good money for that? I'm like, what?
What the fuck?
Oh
And they're all
my
like,
god.
they're all like active gangbangers and shit. I'm like, what
Yeah,
the
like
fuck?
why would he do that? See, that's what happens when you come from Cowtown and then you try to, you just get in the mix. Like that's gonna get you fucked up every time.
Let me work.
Every time. And he
Please
thought he
let
was,
me work.
He was like, yeah, I watch UFC and I watch wrestling. Like that shit nobody gives a fuck about that.
No, really? That's probably what he said. That's probably what he said to you, but really what he was thinking is, my buddy Aztec will protect me if anything goes wrong.
Oh my
I
god.
used to be like, yo, bro, like whatever shit you get into, you get into. You know what I'm saying? I go to events by myself because I handle all situations on my own, and I don't really get into issues like that where fools gonna come at me 10, 20 deep or whatever. Nah.
No, I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
The thing is,
But
I really like Absurd as a person a lot. Christian at one time was also a good homie. Like I actually have love for both those dudes, but they're just like kind of off-brand kids. Like they do weird off-brand shit. That's just that trail motherfuckers. Those are the fools.
All right. Look, this is what we got to do, guys. We got 15 minutes left of this show, and we're talking about Absurd at this point. I want to fucking open up. I want to open this up to some questions with the fans. We'll keep you guys on the phone for another fucking 10 minutes, and we'll fucking answer some questions. Anybody got a question for Lush, J Pro, Aspect, King of the Dot, Fresh Coast? Maybe possibly a question about Alcatraz, which JC and Caustic are also battling at. I just remembered. That's
Who
a
wants
really
us
good
all
fucking
to
battle.
fuck their bitch one by one? You get a black dude, white dude, and a Mexican.
black dude, white dude, Mexican walk into a prison cell.
This is a terrible joke.
We got Schillinger, Alvarez, and Hadidisi.
Oh my god.
There's no
Yikes.
ties in this motherfucker.
So,
I'll get to that.
what do we got question-wise? Okay, is Daylight on the Alcatraz card from T.O. Battle Blog?
Nah.
Nah.
Shout out.
No Daylight.
Well,
Shout out
well,
to Daylight, but he ain't on the court.
No.
well, I think, okay, I'll say no.
I'll say
That's
no.
a value shot. If he wants to be, he knows where to tell. He knows where to hold.
Hopefully.
We've tried.
Talking to him.
We've offered a few different opponents, put it like that, and it hasn't.
I think he has to battle like Mosh Shelton in fucking Illinois Battlegrounds or some shit that week.
You got Ustream questions? Another question.
I think he battled.
What? Go ahead. You think he battled what, motherfucker? What?
Oh no, I said I think he was battling Paperwork from TJ.
Oh yeah, that's pretty interesting. I can't. That of all the things you said, that wouldn't have been what I thought it was. Caustic, what's good? We were just talking about you battling JC. What's up with the? Hey, can you check the UStream? You have it up? I have it up. There's no questions. Okay. The other one was what are thoughts on females battling?
Oh, we actually are working on battling
right
a
now.
very, very dope female battle for this event. Very dope.
Yeah.
And just so
That's
y'all know, the homegirl Jen Johnson is moving back to Cali very shortly, and you're gonna for sure be seeing her again.
Who?
Tits on my face. Shouts out to tits on my face. Shouts out to Jen Johnson.
She got the most viewed battle on the Ground Zero channel, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Congratulations
She's the
for
queen
that.
of Ground Zero.
She got
Over
200,000. She got over 200K.
Woo! Shit. Okay, that's good. That's big news. Caustic's here with us right now.
Niggas is looking at them titties. Niggas is looking at them titties, B. I'm telling you.
And she's gorgeous for sure.
Okay.
Just keeping it real.
They're asking us what do we think about. Ill Mix is asking us what did we think about Charlie Clips versus Arsenal. Did you watch that?
I haven't seen it, no.
Yeah, it's super weird about that battle. That it seemed like a lot
This
of
is why I
fools.
sat down.
It's like Arsenal's event. If I was Arsenal, I would have been tripping, battling at my own event, and like getting like cricket chirp reactions to my bars. But Clips definitely did things. Arsenal, one of my favorites, but he didn't seem to fucking have the fucking. He was missing his mojo. You feel me? I don't know what happened.
Arsenal's weird. He always loses
his
the
bars-
battles
his
that
bars-
matter and wins the ones that don't.
The rounds were just too long. Personally, I thought his rounds were just too long. If he would have been more like short and to the point and succinct, like I think he would have won the battle. I thought his rounds just kind of dragged on after a while.
I'm like one of the only people in the world that still like have this feeling, but I think a lot of people that don't tend to watch battles will agree that I think rounds should be way shorter than they are. I'm down with a 2-minute round. I'm down with 90 seconds. Really, I love watching the old TT 1-minute round battles the most. That's me though.
Yeah, 90 seconds is perfect. Like anything longer than that, pause, is fucking some extra shit. You
Like
know?
honestly,
Motherfucking seconds was cool.
honestly, now that I've got on and I've done 3-minute rounds, 4-minute rounds, 5-minute rounds, it's real hard to go back and feel that limited. You know what I mean?
Well, it's like fuck, man. I always like people criticize me for having short rounds. Motherfuckers saying 90-second rounds, and I fucking time myself to 90 seconds. I need to just cheat like everybody else.
Do they say you have short rounds like you look like dumbfounded?
No, not that I'm short round. So we have Lush 1, Aspect, J Pro on the phone, Caustic's in the chair. If you guys have any questions, hit us up on Twitter at Dirtbag Dan Show or on the Ustream. You could just fucking post any questions right there. Caustic, you're battling JC. That's a pretty good battle. You guys, did you guys kind of work that out between you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I hollered at JC myself about it. I didn't holler at him like, yo, me and you should battle. I just invited him this way. I said Oakland's nice that time of year, especially 420.
Yeah.
It's not a bad place to be.
Not a bad place.
I think JC's dope, honestly, man. That's why I wanted to do it. I think he's definitely one of the best up and coming dudes in the URL scene. And yeah, I want to see what he's got.
Another question is from Wisdom. He's asking, is there any more confirmed battles for Alcatraz? We know JC versus Caustic. We know me versus 100 Bullets. We know QP versus Shoddy, and we know Remy D versus Passwords. What else have we got? Anything
There's
else?
some other battles.
Yep. Yeah, we have a couple locked, and then we have about 4 in the works.
Give me one more good locked one. Give me one more good locked one so I could say we got an exclusive on the show.
Hey, announce the nerd battle that I just booked.
Okay, we'll announce the nerd battle and we'll announce no public cover.
Yeah, thanks, Aspect. Fucking A. Like, Aspect's like, no, let's give him the nerd battle. You're a fucking nerd. Give me a real battle.
And then I'll give you the battle, the bars battle.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So, Aspect, man, this is all you, baby. Why don't you let him know?
No, hey, V. So, we got your boy, the super rap music nerd, fucking the god himself, Eric Foreman, and he's about to battle. He's about to battle your man coming from the mighty Vacaville, D-Lord.
No way. I thought D-Lord retired, bro. The return of D-Lord versus Eric Foreman?
Yeah,
Nobody
it's
cares.
happening.
Nobody
That
gives
was
a fuck out.
unprecedented.
Dude, I think it's great.
I give a fuck. I think that's amazing.
I think it's great, but nobody in the real world cares. Let's be honest. How would you?
I'm not in the real
How
world.
could you
then.
possibly care about that battle?
That's
okay,
awesome.
So give me
Are
one.
you fucking kidding, Dirt? You fucking battled Nemesis in a fucking chat room, and you're hating on fucking Eric Foreman versus D-Lo. You are the fucking king of the
No, that's
downtown.
awesome. That's great. I'm a huge fan of both of them. I think honestly, Foreman is gonna kill him, bro.
Is Foreman gonna slip up?
No,
Foreman gonna slip
that's
up?
that's
No?
it. If Foreman doesn't slip up, he's gonna roast. I seen Foreman in a chat room battle, and he was looking.
You guys are fucking crazy. You guys think Eric Foreman has a chance?
I never.
You guys are fucking crazy.
Dirtbag's got. Dirtbag loves the underdog.
This is more battle that both these guys wanted, so I had
Both of
nothing
them are
to do with
battling.
it.
They're both battling
They wanted
themselves.
it.
Okay, so what's the other? What's
Yo,
the battle?
I'm gonna laugh if D-Lord just goes all the way
They
in.
wanted
Just,
it, man.
I hope he does.
just
Okay,
battle the
the other
Bay
one-
2 D-Lord all over.
So
Okay, come on.
we've also got, and this is a battle that I've been wanting to book and shit, and then we ended up collectively making it happen, and you know, and we, like I said, we have some other ones that are almost locked, but this one is locked in for sure. From the Jungle, Cocky, He's gonna be battling somebody. You know, you just saw him. He dropped his battle. They dropped his battle last week. He's gonna be battling Deadman. So we got the Deadman versus Cocky.
Okay, all right, that's a fucking good one. I think
Yeah.
Cock. I think that we were talking about the Deadman today. He sounds like a fucking frog monster.
I'm not gonna tell you, but I will say there's another very, very, very dope Fresh Coast on Fresh Coast battle that we got going on. That's gonna really,
that
similar
sounds like
to
some crazy lesbian
old school
shit.
Battle of the Bay. It's gonna be. We got a real dope Fresh Coast match. We're not gonna announce it yet, but it's gonna get motherfucking ass.
Oh yeah, that one's gonna be tight. I had to think about that for a second. That shit's gonna be fresh.
I got one question though.
Gonna...
I got one question while I got all y'all on the phone. Where the fuck is that Frank Stacks battle at?
What Frank Stacks?
Frank's been asking. Frank's been asking me about
Yeah,
a battle.
Well, we're in the process. We're in the process.
Yeah, fucking name, man.
He's one of those he's like a high maintenance battler to book though.
He is.
Even though he wants nothing, like you have to totally fucking appease
And I
him.
love Frank. That's my dude. But I'm saying.
Let me apologize. Let me apologize to D-Lore and Eric Foreman. It's a street battle, not a nerd battle. I had to be corrected. That's from the streets. All right.
Yeah, my bad. That is strictly
Fucking Jump Street. Yeah.
Fine. I think one of us has been talking to Frank Stacks and trying to get something off.
Yeah, I've been talking to him. So let's see what.
I mean, that for me would just complete the Fresh Coast fucking comeback.
I think,
entire-
yeah, man, because like Frank, he is a high mate. I couldn't get him a battle for the Battle of the Zay, so I can't blame you.
The
if
funny
you guys
part is
didn't
he
win.
doesn't want money, but
No,
you have to get him. You have to get him the perfect
yeah.
fucking match, or he's like, I don't
he
care.
Won't do it. Yeah, exactly.
He won't care. He won't do it.
Well, he's super into battling PH.
Yeah, he really wants to do that. That's really, and PH doesn't want to battle him at all. That's the word on the street.
PH would do it for a fucking life insurance thing.
Oh my god.
PH will do it for 30 racks.
Oh my
do that
god.
shit for a fucking Rick
This
Ross
will send
thing.
a life insurance
Yeah,
payment.
he's trying to get the pension.
PH will do that shit for a deal on Maybach music, possibly.
Oh man.
But here's the thing though. We also need, and we have other Fresh Coast battlers that we're waiting to confirm and get matches for. It's just fucking hard, dude. You know how it is, Dan, throwing your event. Like people, like the dudes in Cali. Like honestly, you guys don't really want to battle each other too much. Like it's really difficult.
Yeah. It's hard to set up good matchups like
They
that.
meet each other at a fucking cipher and become best friends and are skipping and holding hands.
You know what it is? Yeah,
And you let us. You let us all, Lush.
A lot of these cats be turning on each other, but then they come to that point when it's like, oh, I don't want to battle this dude because I know too much about him. Get that bullshit out of here. Stop telling on yourself.
Exactly. These are not. It's like these dudes don't have enough of a social life on their own time. They think battle rappers are way to have friends.
No dude should know that much. No dude should know that much about you.
Saying
No
it like
dude
that
should
is
know
hella
that
funny.
much about you. Hey, no
All right.
dude should know that much about you where you're fucking scared to fucking rap against him.
And
I just feel bad for you guys because it just seems like you don't have very many friends.
Look, on that note, on you totally just belittling us all like some kind of angry dad talking about oh you faggots skip in the park and you have too many friends. We're gonna have to fucking cut this short. We've been on.
Putting yourself under that umbrella.
Cause bro, I'm fucking magically fucking different than the rest of these bitches, and you know that as well as I do.
You are. I know.
Oh, I'm good, bro.
Dan jumped in on that one. He's like, "Hold on, I might have to pre-buttle this one right here."
Dun. So look, we're gonna have to let you guys go. Everybody, fucking.
Oh, you were gonna make these dudes rap?
I wish I had a studio audience to fucking give a hand to the fucking King of the Dot Fresh Coast. Thank you guys all for fucking calling in, and once again, let everybody know what's going down both March 9th and on 420 before you guys fucking get out of here.
Yeah, Saturday, Sábado Gigante is going the fuck down in Sherman Oaks on Ventura Boulevard at the basement. Notorious, the death day of the greatest, Notorious B.I.G. Also, some of the hardest battles you are ever going to see of the up-and-comers. Plus, we got fucking QP on the card, J Pro on the card, fucking Caddy versus Tantrum on the card. It is just retarded. That's this Saturday. So if you're in the LA area, fly through to Sherman Oaks. And then 4 o'clock. And then, on 420, we got the motherfucking Alcatraz event. Because we are what? bringing it back to the Bay and locking it down.
With bars. Yeah. We will never forget that. Bringing it back to the Bay, locking it down with bars.
When they told me the name, that was the first thing I said. I was like, because of the bars? He was like, yeah, because of the bars.
Because of the bars? Yeah, because of the fucking bars.
Hey. Before I bounce, I want to say shout out to the big homie Hulk Hogan. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out to motherfucking Betty White. Shout out to Barbara Streisand. We just dumb swagging on these hoes.
Okay. All right, man.
Go to the King of the Dot website. Get your freestyle tickets. We do have the freestyle tickets available and shit. We'll be shooting a blog letting you guys know more about that. But yeah, freestyle tickets are available right now on the King of the Dot website.
Shout out to the show. Shout out to Dan. Shout out to Caustic. Shout out to the West Coast fans out there. Shout out to King of the Dot. We killing it.
All right, man. Thank you, motherfuckers, for calling in. Cha-cha. All right, yo, that was the whole fucking Fresh Coast on the phone. Fucking very interesting scenario. Before we go, I must fucking implore you, motherfuckers, to go to Kickstarter.com and search the DVD album, or on our website, on the DirtbagDanShow.com website. There's a link right on the homepage for our Kickstarter for the next album. Basically, we're like, fuck a record label. We want to put this album out just between us and the fans, you know, and not have to fucking... Yeah, it's also on the Ustream. There's links right there. You could see how to donate to the Kickstarter. Shouts out to everybody who's fucking donated already. The goal is $10,000. We're already at like $1,500 in like 4 days. So fucking A, man. We're ultra grateful. We made some really cool fucking incentives on there as far as like you get the social network shout out. We have CDs for a $20 donation with a signed poster. We have signed vinyls for a $50 donation. There's crazy like original artwork and all sorts of shit. I'm actually even the crazy, like the highest donation possible. We're giving my 00 fucking Captain Shark throwback jersey that I wore in the Jack Shit battle and in the Henry
You're
Bauer
giving that away?
$5,000 donation.
Yo,
man.
and shout out to you if you have the fucking balls to put that thing on. I've seen him sweat.
Dude, that thing is like, not only is it a piece of fucking history, because it's got a fucking dude, it's got like a 500,000 views on it. You know what I mean? Like that's a pretty good for a jersey. But also like, not only that, but it's a fucking throwback Sharks jersey. You will never have another one of those. What?
Yo, shout out to Eric Foreman, who's live watching us right now.
Oh, shouts, Eric Foreman.
I'm so fucking excited for that. You have no idea.
That's so cool. At least we know we're doing something right. If Eric Foreman is watching us, then we're doing something right.
That's dope.
I actually backed out of a battle with Eric Foreman one time. We were supposed to do a strictly gun bars battle, and it was Eric Foreman versus me, Marv 1, and like Thesaurus, and it was just like him all 3 rounds, and then us just doing 1 round. That's what kind of a battler Eric Foreman is. So when they said, "Do you guys think Eric Foreman is gonna roast D-Lore?" Of course I said yes. There was no question. But yeah, the Kickstarter, check it out. It's on the Ustream right now. You'll see the link. You'll see the link on the DirtbagDanShow.com website, all over our Twitter and everything. We're gonna be on tour, out like giving out free CDs and info on the Kickstarter when we're on the Paid Drugs tour from March 23rd to April 6th. Paid Dues is one of the stops on that tour, so we'll see a lot of you guys like actually out there. But yeah, let us know between now and then if there's like any incentives that you think would be cool, like in like from like the $100 to $200 range that you think are reasonable. That like if you would donate that much, what could we do? You know what I mean? That would be, you know, outside of like we have the CD incentives, we have like the vinyls and stuff like that. But if it's like fuck, like, you know, I want that poster that you guys have on the wall in the set, or I want to call on the show, and you know what I mean? Like we actually have like you know, there's, I think for $250 you could be on the show for 5 minutes and talk to us on air and shit like that. So we're, you know, we want to do shit directly for the fans, because one of the things that like all the money that we're using the $10,000 for the Kickstarter for is to buy new equipment. Like we're using a fucking shitty 8-channel mixer here. Like we need a new mixer for the show. We need all sorts of different things for the show and for the studio as a whole that are going to make the show way fucking better. Like, we're going to be streaming in a better quality if we got a fucking newer computer. We're going to have a fucking better sound quality if we get a new mix board or fucking, just all sorts of shit that we need here that is going to make everything better for the show, not just for this next album. So if there's shit that we can do for the fans of the show directly, that incentives that you guys would like, we definitely want to do that. So check out the Kickstarter on the page. Go to dirtbagdanshow.com for that. And we'll be back next week, man. Fucking and we'll have another in studio guest. We'll also get someone on the phone. We'll have fucking 5 battles. We're gonna be here every week to talk to you guys about fucking battle rap and what the fuck is going on. I am battling 100 Bullets, goofy looking fucking
what?
Burlington, Ontario, fucking 100 Bullets ass.
You just don't want to say his name so
No,
bad.
I don't. I really do. Like, I just want to go. Like, I just want to air him out like on some date of birth shit. But I feel like that's a terrible thing to do, and I would never do it. I'm better than that. In fact, I had some extra miles on my shit, and it was actually cheaper too. So I'm flying him out here first class. Can
Wow,
you believe
really?
that? I'm flying him out here
You're a
first
good
class.
dude.
No, well, dude, he's gonna look at the ticket. Cost me $10 to do it. Because it's all fucking miles shit, dude.
This is what I get.
This is Dan. This is my life, not your life. Your life is like privy to, like, I want to treat you real nice while you come out here, and then I'm gonna treat you real bad.
You fell out your mother booty all wiggly.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Like, you're basically.
I didn't do that.
You're gonna learn some shit.
By the way,
But
my hand is like, that's bullshit.
Shouts out to 100 Bullets. I can't wait to battle you. I'm sure JC and Caustic is going to be a great battle. You catch us at 420 doing that shit. We have been the Dirtbag Dan Show. We're going to get the fuck out of here.
Woo!
God bless you, motherfuckers. Later.